chair is so comfy. Hello babes, welcome back to my channel. I have a little new setup. I did get my new chair, so I'm so excited about it. This one is so much better. If you guys have been following me, you know my whole story with this new accent chair I've been trying to get, and this was the setup that I kind of wanted to do, so hopefully you guys like it. If you guys are brand new to my channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you want to join the family on here, and also click the bell so you guys don't miss any of my brand new uploads. I also have 2 IG pages if you guys enjoy how my home decor looks. I do have a page called Aesthetic Collection, and then I also have my personal fashion page, Steph G Macedo. You guys are just gonna hang out with me today. We're gonna chit chat. I'm gonna answer some questions that you guys had. What is your goal weight? So that's a really good question. It's a very popular question because, as you guys know, I talked so much about weight loss on my channel, and I was on a weight loss journey for a few years. I would say like 3 or 4 years straight. I mean, I wouldn't say like straight like losing weight all the time, because a weight loss journey is just that. It's like up and down, up and down. I'm at a place on my journey, like, how do I word this, where I'm just really appreciating my body for where it's at. I've been so stuck to this number and given the scale like so much power. And there's nothing wrong with using a scale. It's just personally for me, I just feel like the scale was just like it was almost becoming like my everything, because that's like your guideline when you're like losing weight, you know what I mean? So there was just a lot of like, okay, whatever the scale says is gonna determine, like, sometimes it would determine how I felt that day. And it was just becoming too much. And I would look in the mirror and I'd be like, you like how you look, so why is that number so powerful to you? You know, I'm not currently losing weight, but I will say, generally speaking, because of my height and health-wise, it is good to have an idea of the weight that you want to be, right? Because being 5'1", I'm very short. So technically we are supposed to be at a lower weight than someone that is going to be taller, because you have more room to stretch that out, right? And again, that's just generally speaking. Everybody has a different idea, you know, their physical appearance should be like. I don't like to go above 140. Just for my height, it's where I start to feel like it's going a little bit out of my territory. So I like to stick, I mean, 130, I feel like for me, I love so much. My lowest was 127. And I look back at those photos, and to be honest with you, it's not my ideal weight. I feel like for my body shape, I actually do like looking at it a little bit fuller than that. But again, with my height, 3 pounds is like, it'll fill me up, you know what I mean? So if you're short, you know exactly what I'm saying. 130 to 140, and I allow myself to just be human and kind of fluctuate here and there because it's normal. Where's the next place you want to travel to? I still have not like made it to Texas. I just want to go somewhere where it kind of has a little bit more of that vibe. It's very different from anywhere else I've been. I feel like I just want to see Texas and what it's all about, and I've heard like so many good things about it, and I just want to see like what it's kind of all about. How to be happy as a single person with no passion for one thing or hobbies. You know, years back, I used to connect those two things. Being happy as a single person is one thing, and it has everything to do with you, and it has nothing to do with anyone else being a part of your life. Being happy single means being happy with me, being happy by myself. And I think the best way to be happy with that is to find some sort of independence. But if you're not independent and you're kind of codependent on either being in a relationship or being around other people, I think the first step is to get to know yourself. And the first step with that is to ask yourself, what do I enjoy doing? And it's so funny because the other day I was doing the love language quiz because I wanted to like just try it again. I've done it before. It was so crazy because I went right to Instagram. Someone I was following posted on their stories that they were talking about love languages, and I'm like, wow. And they posted something that said, whatever your love language is, you should be doing that with yourself. Don't wait to do that with someone else. Do it with yourself, you know? So for me, my top love language is quality time. The post said, if yours is quality time, spend quality time with yourself. What is it that you love to do? I think it's so important to not find those things just in someone else. Like, oh, I love quality time. Okay, then when I have a boyfriend, I'm gonna spend so much quality time with them. Start spending quality time with your damn self right now. Like, there's so much growth in that. If you don't do that, if that's your love language, right, and you only think that quality time is good with a significant other, then you tend to think in your mind psychologically, okay, well, because my love language is quality time, I'm only happy when I'm with that person and spending quality time. Yeah, because you haven't spent it with yourself. That's the number one thing to being happy as a single person. I know so many women struggle with this. I used to be so dependent, you guys, on having someone in my life. There was something that happened in the relationship. Basically, the person was stepping out of the relationship, and I asked for that sign. I was like, just give me a freaking sign so I can get the hell out of here. I'm the type of person I don't like to give up, especially in a relationship. But if you give me a reason, I'm out of there. And that was it for me. And I thought that I would struggle so much being a single person. I realized that it wasn't him that I didn't want to let go of. It was having someone. And I think that's the thing for a lot of us women especially. The reality is you just have to be okay being alone, because at the end of the day, things can happen. You know what I mean? And I just think it's so important. So spend quality time with yourself. Do the things that you love. I think a lot of us are running away from that and trying to find that with someone else. But at the end of the day, why are you running from yourself? Do you not like who you are? Like, why is your happiness being dumped into being with someone else? It shouldn't be that way, you know? This is separate from your other question, because it's not good to put your purpose or what you would love to do in life attached to someone else. I lost myself when I was in that relationship. I literally lost everything I loved for myself, and no one else did it but me. I did that to myself. You must have a passion for something. I think once you spend time with yourself, you will find everybody enjoys doing something. I don't believe that there's nothing out there that you enjoy or that you like to do. I just don't believe that. It's possible you haven't found it. It's possible you haven't explored enough, or you're too afraid to explore. There has got to be something. You are just kind of like walking around it, which I did for so long too. You're walking around it and the answer is like right there. Whatever makes you happy, stick with that. Whatever brings you joy. Confidence and zodiac signs. So confidence is something I get comments on all the time. Like, you seem so confident, Steph, especially like being alone. Like, you seem so confident. I will say I'm very, very, very confident being alone, and I love that about myself because I was the complete opposite before. Listen, you guys, there's things I struggle with on the inside that I've gone through for so many years that I'm still working on today. But last year, I will say I made a decision that there's just a big change that had to be made in my life. I can't tell you, there's just been so much growth, and I'm so happy about it. And if there's something in your life that you have to eliminate, whether it's toxic, it's negative, or there's just something that you've gone through that you really want to heal from, you have to do that, because that is linked to the confidence and love that you have for yourself. First of all, the fact that you even want to heal that part of yourself tells you that you love yourself and you want to move forward. But I would definitely say you have to own who you are. I know it sounds so cliche. Once I really got to know myself and I just separated what everyone else thought of me, what everyone else has labeled me as, only Steph can give that definition. No one else can tell me who the hell I am. What makes Steph happy? What makes Steph unhappy? Y'all have to eliminate what you don't want in your life, because I'm telling you, you're going to find this whole new, like, I have to ask myself, why? Like, why is it with this thing I lack so much confidence? And once you dig deep, y'all will find out why. It started somewhere. You know, someone taught you that. If you can't go back in the past, you can only undo that now by working on that and healing from it. Confidence is a healing journey, in my opinion. It's just not something that someone can be like, here's some confidence. What is holding you back? Are there people holding you back? Are there thoughts in your mind that are holding you back? Write down these thoughts, get rid of them. Write down all the negative things that you have to say about yourself and get rid of them. Write positive things about yourself. And feeding yourself that, you guys, again, the whole manifestation thing, you might find it corny or you're so tired of hearing about it. It's the freaking truth. If you are feeding a flower water every day, she's gonna bloom. If you're letting her dry out, she's gonna die. So that's something I would definitely say about confidence. I feel like that would help you. Zodiac signs, I mean, girl, where do I start? My zodiac signs I find that I get along with the best are, of course, my water signs. I do have a Scorpio rising, so it's actually the way people view me. So if you were to meet me, you would probably think I was a Scorpio at first more than a Pisces. But my sun sign is a Pisces, and then I have a Virgo moon. So I have Scorpio, Virgo, and Pisces. And it's so crazy because I definitely have all those in me. The Virgo is like, I'm tired of this mess that the Pisces has created. We need to get your shit together. We need to stay logical and stop living in a fantasy land. That's why I love that I have her in me. The Scorpio in me, she doesn't easily forgive. I never want revenge. When someone does something to me, I don't give a shit about revenge, to be honest with you. I don't care. That's what karma is there to take care of take care of, not my job. Scorpio is definitely my confident self, and she's super loyal. She when she loves so deeply and so hard. There's so many things that people like make jokes about. I mean, Scorpio doesn't have the best rep when you like take it in as a whole, but y'all are just misunderstanding them, honestly. A lot of zodiac signs, even ones that I sometimes talk bad about, you know, a lot of times they're just getting misunderstood. But a lot of times you don't have to get along with everybody. You know, the zodiac signs where I just will not really get along with you, you know what I mean? Because that's just how the world works. We can't all be each other's cup of tea. My Scorpio side, she's more sassy. She's a little bit to herself because she doesn't like to trust a lot. Scorpios have a big wall when it comes to trust. Like, they're really big on loyalty. So trusting people is huge for us. You know, we don't let our guard down. We don't like to let people in too easily. We always think there's something up with you. You know, we're very weary of people. And my Pisces, she just doesn't like to see the bad in people until they prove her wrong. She is super caring, she's super loving, she has such a big heart, she is so selfless, she's super creative. I get emotional talking about that side of me because I feel like I'm truly a Pisces, and this is what makes me a Pisces right here, getting emotional. The Pisces and Scorpio in me is emotional. Virgo can be emotional, but we hide it. I don't like to get emotional in front of people, but when it comes to the camera, I don't know what it is. It's like my only safe place. But then when I'm editing, I'm like, I don't want to post this because then people are going to see it. But yeah, my Pisces, she's so emotional. She feels things so deeply. She has this amazing, powerful intuition that no one can understand. She can read people in a second when she meets you. She doesn't even have to know you. She can read you. She can feel if you're going to be good for her or if you're not going to be good for her. She's just super intuitive, super nurturing. She just loves to love. She is a lover. I think I went into detail there about my zodiac signs. Every sign has their ups and downs and their goods and their bads. You know, with like my Pisces side, sometimes I wish I didn't feel as deeply because, you know, when you hurt, I hurt. When someone's going through something tough, it's like I feel it in my core. I feel your pain. That's why I have to protect my energy a lot. It's not fun, you guys. It's so exhausting just feeling everyone's freaking feelings. Hi, baby. Oh, hi. Do you ever sit down and think, wow, I really inspire thousands of girls out there just sharing your life? In case you didn't know, you inspire me a lot, and watching you always motivates me. I'm so happy you exist. Love you, girl. Girl, I don't know if I'm like extra emotional today or what is going on, but thank you so much. When I was thinking this yesterday, I'm like, when I get messages saying that like I inspire women out there, I feel such like a responsibility to share with you guys as much as possible that I can, things that I've learned being a woman. I will never forget sitting in my car years ago when I was so confused what I wanted to do. I asked for this, and to think that I'm sitting here answering something like this is just, it's always such a reminder of that moment. I asked to also do something where I can do what I love creatively, but I can also help and inspire people. I can help people. I never thought that coming on here I would ever be able to help anyone. So I think it is so crazy, and it just brings me back to that memory. I just can't help but think me in that car just praying and saying like, please allow it to be something where I can just be creative but also help people. And I remember thinking to myself, how is this gonna be possible? Like, I feel very blessed again to be able to come on here and especially help and inspire women for sure. Do you get lonely sometimes living alone? Not really. Like, I really don't. Because when I was moving out, I was like really dying to just be on my own and be independent and just like spread my wings. But there was always this thing inside of me that was like, you're gonna be just fine by yourself, because I already did so much by myself. And even at home, like when my sisters were moved out, I just loved spending time like by myself. I don't really feel alone, you guys. Like, I never really do feel alone, to be honest with you. And even in a relationship, I used to be the type to like be so clingy to the person, and now I'm like, okay, like today you do you and I'm gonna do me today. But now I'm like, no, I don't need to be with you all the time. Like, I'm good by myself and I have a great time by myself. So no, I really don't get that feeling, to be honest with you. How do you stay disciplined and sane during this I think you know the rest of the word. I am a homebody mostly. I do like to go out, and thankfully we're still able to go here and there. I can't with her. I love her so much. When things were like fully shut down, like you couldn't go nowhere, That's when I was losing my shit a little bit. But I will say another thing with me is I have learned that like being outside in nature like really recharges me. Just taking a walk, just like I feel like I can breathe. Like even just thinking about it, I did it today and I'm just like, wow, I can't believe I never used to do this before. Like it's so nice. Staying sane by doing the things I still enjoy, getting to go out for walks with Nyla. I honestly thought that I would go a lot more crazy, I'm not gonna lie to you. Do you want kids? I don't, and people are always shocked when I tell them I love kids but love freedom more. First of all, respect you for even admitting that. I think as women, I've talked about this before, it's like just so expected, and then there's women that look down on us if we don't want children and stuff like that. I've mentioned that I don't think I do want children, but I also do understand that I'm at a stage in my life where it just doesn't really fit either. And I'm even shocked with myself even saying that sometimes, because I love children. But that doesn't mean, this was also something I was telling you guys too, this doesn't mean that like you're not allowed to not want them. You know what I mean? Like you can love, there's so many people out there that like love dogs and they're like, I can't get one because like if I get one, like I don't like the fact that I'm always leaving them for hours and hours and hours and I'm not gonna be able to take care of them properly, train them properly, and spend time with them properly. It just doesn't make sense, but I absolutely love them. I understand what that person's talking about. You know what I mean? Like I know where they're coming from. And I think I'm actually being a very responsible woman saying that, and you are okay for not wanting them for whatever your reason is. Sometimes families can be overbearing, especially if that's like their focus of what they think your purpose is supposed to be, is like to be in a relationship and have children. Well, guess what? That's not our purpose in life, people. It doesn't mean that you have to do life and like all these steps that society makes us feel you have to. Like I've seen that so many times where people are like, I did everything I was supposed to do and I still feel empty. Chances are you didn't do them for you. Chances are you did them because you thought you were supposed to and you listened to someone else. This person said your relationship. People always want me to talk about my dating life and my personal life when it comes to love and everything. I won't be talking about that. I am open to talking about past relationships and things that I've learned and stuff like that, but talking about whether I'm speaking to someone or whether I'm in a relationship right now. People think I have been single this entire time, but the reality is you don't really know. I'm not gonna share every time I'm in a relationship or every time I'm talking to someone. That's just me personally, that's who I am. It's just because it's my private life, and with this job I've decided that that's where I will be cutting off the line. I'm still a very private person. I share so much with you guys, but that part of my life is so private. I'm not saying that I won't ever show someone, I won't ever talk about someone, but right now where I'm at, I'm not interested in doing that. Any recommendations working out from home or favorite workouts from home? It's really good to have dumbbells that don't weigh too much. You also, if you have like a closet or a section that you can put like a weight rack, that would be really good. So yeah, dumbbells, kettlebells, and honestly, resistance bands are so underrated. Like they are so effective and really good. So make sure you guys get the fabric ones because they're so much more like heavy duty and you're gonna get more of a workout. The rubber ones, they're just gonna like roll up, they're gonna snap, and they're just not as like honestly that effective. Like they're effective, but just get the fabric ones. Like they're like knitted looking. Or I honestly think that cardio is good enough by you walking outside, jogging outside, running outside. I don't think you need a treadmill on the inside. But definitely resistance bands and getting some weights in your place. You can do so much with them. What living alone is like. For me personally, I can only tell you that it is unbelievable. It is amazing. I love living alone. It is very free. Obviously it's pretty obvious. You get to do whatever you want, come home when you want, leave when you want. You get to do your space however you want, and you just get this like new sense of independence. You get this whole new space and environment where you can really focus on yourself. Whereas when I lived with people, it's like even if I wanted to work on myself, I feel like it was so challenging because you either get like interrupted or you're living with people and like you just kind of want more peace, more quiet. There's just things that you can't do when you're living with other people. Like I'm the type of person I would not be able to have roommates. Like absolutely not. Like I wouldn't be able to do that. So living alone is just, it's just been such a blessing. Like I love living alone. I have my peaceful space. It's just me and my peace and my baby now. Me and my baby. Right, baby? Yeah, me and you best friends? Yeah, your mommy's best friend? It's just so freeing. I honestly hope that women get to experience this before they get to be with someone else. Just because I think, I'm not saying it's for every woman, but I love that I have this experience in my life now. You know, living with someone else, I would be okay with it because I'm like, yeah, I know what it's like to live with myself. I think I'd be bothered if I just jumped into that and didn't have this part of my life. But the answer to your question is, girl, it is fabulous. Watch yourself. How to make new friends. I am not the person to ask that question. I am not good with that because, sweetheart, my friend count is very short. I would say, like, honestly, I'm not gonna lie though, I have met friends through, honestly, my job and what I do. Whether the person has, you know, messaged me about a service that they have and if I want to try it, I've met people through that. I've met people through the DMs where we just like slowly start talking. I would say, especially right now, your best bet is gonna be making friends online. Maybe join some groups online that people have like the same interests as you. I mean, when you do go out, try to be a little bit more social. Like I said, right now it's just so difficult because everyone's kind of like, stay away from me, stay 6 feet away from me, and you're like, I'm trying to make friends, and they're like, I don't want to be your friend. It's like, it's really hard, you know what I'm saying? Are you dating, talking to anyone? By the way, love all your content. Thank you so much. I'm always so confused why people want to know this so bad. Being a YouTuber and an influencer, that is already like me giving so much of my life. Like, there's a lot of people out there that are like, I couldn't do that job because there's just too much that you guys share out there. Like, and I'm like, yeah, but I really enjoy sharing all that stuff with people. But when it comes to like my privacy, my private life, my dating life, especially like my love life, I'm very protective of those people. First of all, some people don't want me to mention it. Some people don't want me to talk about it. Some people don't want to be on here on social media. Are you single? Oh, I love you guys so much. I love that you guys, like, every like Q&A, y'all still try. Online dating, relationships, and how to trust someone. So trusting someone, I will say this is such a good question because trusting someone with what I do is definitely a new challenge. You don't know people's true intentions. Like, you guys don't know people's true intentions and you don't do this job. So imagine doing my job and I'm just like, why are you really talking to me? You know what I mean? Is it the number that you're seeing on my IG page? Is it the number that you're seeing on my YouTube page? Is it that you want to be with an IG girl and you have to be extra vigilant with it? And that is kind of annoying because I'm already so careful. So now I feel like I have to be extra like, can I really trust you? Like, what is your true like intention with me? You have to make sure that this person's the actions are matching their words and that they're staying consistent. A man that's not consistent, I'm telling you right now, is a freaking red flag. Like, if he's doing everything right one week and then the next week he's really falling off the thing and like doing the complete opposite, or you feel something inside of you, girl, that's not a red flag you should be ignoring. It's just not. But I think with trust, it's consistency and boundaries. Don't give too much of yourself. You give slowly, and as you see that you can trust this person this much, you give a little bit more. Oh, I can still trust you a little bit more. A lot of us tend to, when we fall in love, a lot of us fall in love very fast. We just fall and we just think, let's just give it all to them because this is so, it feels so good and it's so exciting. You gotta do it in little bits. I know it's so hard to stop yourself sometimes. Online dating, I've had my experience with, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're talking about like dating apps, I think, or I don't know if you're talking about online dating as a whole, because I feel like that's how most of us just meet people these days, unless it's like someone knows or something like that. You have to be extra careful because there's someone behind the screen and not, you don't get to really, like, for me, I can feel you when I'm like seeing you. I can tell if you're onto some bull. I can tell if you're a little bit fishy. I like when I get to physically meet you because I can tell when something's off. That's just me personally. Online, again, the actions, how much are they trying? How consistent are they? Are they asking things from you that they shouldn't be asking? Like, again, don't spill too much information. Just take it slow, especially online. Take it slow. There's no need to freaking rush it, especially online. But online dating, honestly, is like so popular because that's where all of us are right now. Like, let's just be real, that's where a lot of us are gonna meet people. There's nothing wrong with it. I've experienced it and I've had good experiences, but I've also had really bad experiences, right? So I've gone for people where I completely ignored the red flags And then that was like years ago, but I really ignored the red flags. I was just dumb about it. Later on with online experiences, I was definitely a lot more smart, and the experience was actually an enjoyable experience. Letting go of the scale. Are you concerned your weight will go up by not checking it periodically? So this is definitely like the main fear, right, that everyone has, even I've had, by eliminating the scale. But the reality is, I've done this for so long, and when you've done this for so long, you are so comfortable knowing how much you should be eating so that that doesn't happen. You are gonna go up sometimes, you know, and then you're gonna go down, and then you're gonna go up. And if you're having a stressful time in your life and you don't really want to worry too much about how much you're eating, then you're allowed to do that. So I'm not really worried about that, because basically what I'm saying is I know how to control, especially with my intake, because that's how you control what you gain, what you don't. It's not the end all, right? Because I'll still look in the mirror and I'm like, okay, and I can feel it. I can feel when my body is just not feeling good anymore and I need to do something about it. So this one I really wanted to answer because some of you may be watching this and have this. So if you don't know, I've done videos on me actually having a lazy eye. I do have a lazy eye. Another word for it is called strabismus. I made a few videos now. I did get strabismus surgery on my left eye. I did go through with it. If you want to see like videos about that and just me talking about my journey and like coming out and saying that I do have a lazy eye, there's 3 different videos. There's one like, because it's so funny because I was like getting comments like, is she cross-eyed? Like, does she have a lazy eye? And all these mean comments. And I was like, you know what? People out there are getting so like bullied for this. Like I know that they are. So I'm like, y'all want to make comments about it? No problem. I made a video and I was like it's not really something I have to talk about, but knowing it was gonna help people, I was like, that's what gave me the motivation. I was like, I have a lazy eye. It's literally what I titled the video. I was like, I have a lazy eye. I opened up about it and I said, I hope from this video people are able to gain confidence from it and not feel like they don't accept like all the negativity and the mean comments that you get. And ever since I put out that video, I stopped getting those comments, because people seem to think that like when you don't talk about something that you're like hiding something. Nobody's hiding it. It's just I didn't feel the need to like come out and say that. But knowing that it helps people, I was like, I'm gonna make a video about that. Tips for someone suffering from strabismus and I'm totally depressed about it. So I had my little depressed moments and like my whole like why me type of moments. When it comes to this part of my life, I've never stayed too depressed about it. I've always stayed pretty positive and so grateful, because I do think that reminding yourself that there's so much worse out there. But I will say, like, it doesn't mean that, you know, the mean comments on what you go through is okay. It's just, I think that reminding yourself of how grateful you should be, and of all your other blessings, I think it really helps you to get through these times as well. You know what I mean? I would say if you're depressed about it, and mainly if your depression is coming from what people are saying, you've got to find a way to let that go. Because I'm telling you right now, girl, if it ain't your lazy guy, they're gonna say something else. The point is, you just have to stop caring. Now, if it's you that just, if you're having a hard time accepting that you have this, I totally know what you're saying, because it's hard when, you know, everyone else around you doesn't have it, or when you're communicating with someone, like someone who has it. For those who don't know, when you're conversing with someone, you know that someone can see this, and it's like very insecure, you know, because you're just like, I'm chatting with you, I know you're seeing this, what are you thinking right now? It's a very insecure moment when you're trying to just have a good time with someone. If surgery is just not something you want to do, or you're not open to, or maybe that you can't have done, but it is okay to also feel what you're feeling. Everyone has something that they have to accept in themselves. Also made sure that whoever I was with, if they made me feel uncomfortable about it, I'm just not going to be around you, because that's just not the type of energy I want around me. I want people that are gonna say, so what if you have that? Like, it is what it is. Like, it's fine. Like, doesn't change who you are as a person. I know it can be a really big like confidence killer. I know it can be. Can't let it stop you. I don't know what's gonna help every single person with it, but I know for me, when I would have my little like, why me? Like, why did I have to have this? Or why can't I be like everyone else? When I would have those moments growing up, I would always say, Steph, do you know how much worse this could have been? Do you know how many other situations this could have turned into? You know, you're still able to see, you're such a creative person. Be so grateful that you still have that. And I also, what helped me was, I feel like I was given this as a way to inspire people. But here I am now able to talk about something that can help others get through it. I feel very grateful. You know what I mean? I feel like everything happens for a reason. I feel like everything truly happens for a reason. I was given this for a reason. If you're interested in surgery, I will say it could be very beneficial for you because it could improve it by a lot. With mine, it has gotten a lot better in terms of when I'm conversing with someone. I'm not really insecure anymore whatsoever, but everybody's situation is different. So number one, surround yourself with people that don't make you feel bad about it. Number two, shut out people's opinions about it and you having it, because it does not matter. Those people that are projecting all that negativity onto you, it's actually about themselves. They're just using your lazy eye as a way of like an easy target. And remind yourself of the positive things about you and the amazing things that you have around you. And instead of taking it as such a negative, maybe you can find a way to turn it around and kind of inspire people. You know what I mean? Right, guys, I think that's basically it for all the questions. Are you gonna say bye to them? See, did you guys have fun with my mommy? She's been so clingy with me, y'all. I don't know what is going on with this girl. I'm glad you came to say bye. Oh, you're so beautiful. That's basically it for the questions, you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little chit chat. If you guys want more of these, let me know. Give this video a big like and also subscribe if you have not already, and also turn on the bell so you guys get notified. I'll leave both of my IG pages down below if you guys want to check them out and decide if you want to follow. And I appreciate all the support, you guys, on this channel, on my pages and everything. Like all the follows, all the likes, all the comments. Just you guys also seeing my content and me being able to share with you guys is already, I'm very grateful, very thankful. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this Q&A. Look at this girl. You're so cute. Look at this crazy hair. Your hair is so crazy. She's looking at herself in the mirror in front of her. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave some love down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see all of my beautiful babes in my next video. Say bye like this. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye, my love. You want to play with me? You want to fight? You want to fight? You want to fight? I love you. You have a question for mommy? What's your question? Mommy, can I get another treat? No. The answer is no.